Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
A new school year means a fresh start. For families that are looking for a new path to help their child succeed, K-12 could be the perfect fit. K-12-powered schools offer tuition-free, accredited, online public education for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. They know learning isn't one size fits all and will meet your child where they are. K-12 has been a leader in online education for over 25 years. They provide everything a student needs to feel safe, motivated, and thrive in their learning environment. With flexible education options tailored to each child's needs, interests, and goals for the future. K-12's dedicated teachers are trained in virtual instruction and provide real-time support. Plus, students will belong to a vibrant online community with opportunities for extracurricular activities to help them connect with peers and explore interests, all in a setting that works for your family. See how K-12-powered schools can help unlock your child's full potential. Enroll online today at k12.com/FWD. That's the letter K, the number 12.com/FWD. K12.com/FWD.
Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast! An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Yay Networks.
Welcome to a special edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and my podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
We're feeling really good tonight because we are giving away a baby. Well, not technically, but we're going to try to really hard.
We are. I mean, we're not going to try to make one now.
Not us personally,
No.
But if you've been keeping up with the podcast over the past few weeks, we had doctors Kevin and Kathy Doody on from Fertility, and they have graciously given us another effortless IVF cycle to give away to one of our listeners who's been dealing with infertility. And we got a lot of beautiful entries. And of course, the sad part is we can only pick one. But
why can't we just pick all
I know.
200 or whatever?
I know. I wish we could, but that's not the case. But we have got someone we're going to surprise in a little bit with a phone call, and hopefully makes their fertility dreams come true.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, and we're just so
I always
thankful
get
that the
kinda
Doodys
nervous.
choose us to be part of it.
I always get kind of nervous on this episode.
I do too. I get really
It's very
anxious about it.
nerve-wracking.
But
Yeah.
it's always a happy thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
And then for those who are not selected, when we read the letter of the person who's receiving this free effortless IVF cycle, stick around because we do have some good news for you as well. Doctors Kevin and Kathy, I want to make sure that everybody walks away with, a little hope by the end of this podcast. So we'll have something for you there.
Sure
But
will.
in the meantime, wow, what a past few days we've had in the week since we've last talked to you. We had baseball tournaments.
Yeah, we did.
We've had sickness,
Everybody in the house but me.
great deal of sickness,
Yeah.
and we've had a new job. We're not going to say where.
Yeah.
But my daughter, Emma Kelly,
Yes.
our 16-year-old has her first job.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I am so happy for her. That is
So-
wonderful.
I know we're going to give away a baby here in a minute, but I do want to really briefly, the baseball tournaments this weekend, our sons Cole and Dylan each had one in different areas.
One in Arlington.
And one in the heart of downtown Dallas.
Was I in Arlington?
You were in Arlington. So, Alan,
Yeah, that's right. I was in Arlington and you were in?
Alan, I was in Dallas.
Yeah.
And Alan took Cole to Arlington. I took Dylan to Dallas. because, alliteration. Anyway, so I had to be there very, very early, 7 a.m. call time on a Saturday morning. Very anxious about the parking situation. So we arrived about 45 minutes early.
It's always better. It's always better to be early because
Very
you have to
early.
park, get his stuff out of the truck. Sometimes you have to pay somebody to park.
Very early.
Then you got to walk from the parking lot to wherever his teammates are.
But it was all good. I was glad I went early because I followed. They drop a pin, and it's dark, and I'd never been to this ballpark before, and I knew where the ballpark was, but I trusted the pin.
I'm not a fan of the pin drop.
I trusted the pin.
I don't trust the pin.
And I figured, even though I know where this ballpark is, if I don't follow this pin, I might be going to the wrong place. There's a lot of times, if you've ever been to a sports event, you'll go to a ballpark and you'll park and you realize about 3/4 of a mile away on the other side of the park is where you're supposed to be. So I trusted the pin, and it took me to a gate that I could not access. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, now what do I do? Because in downtown Dallas, it's a lot of one-way streets. So I got so turned around, ultimately made it where I needed to be with plenty of time.
You pulled a Walter A. Evans.
Plenty of
Didn't know
time.
where you were.
Plenty of time to get there. But it was a very interesting tournament. The boys played really well. Unfortunately, we didn't win the tournament. But here's the deal. It was almost like a win because the team that we lost to, I believe Dylan said his coach told them they were ranked 16th or 17th in the country.
So good players.
These are good players. They're so good that they actually play 1 or 2 years above their level.
Good grief.
But those tournaments don't have the frequency as our son's age.
Okay.
Because our son's group plays every weekend no matter what. When you get a little older, it's less frequent, and these kids want to stay in practice. So this tournament for them was like practice.
It was kind of like a scrimmage.
Yeah, basically. So the day before on Saturday, because it's a Saturday-Sunday tournament, on Saturday, the team they beat, if I'm not mistaken, the final score was 24-2. And
So they opened up a can.
Right. But when we played them, we were eliminated in this game, but we held them to 3-1.
So it was
That's a win.
It was a moral victory.
It was a moral victory. Didn't go into expecting to win, but that's okay. We held them, and the coach was really pleased with that.
Similar story in Arlington. I don't know if I even told you. The team that Cole played Sunday. What was the day it rained all day? Sunday?
Yeah.
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 So they played their seed games, but Sunday they played their tournament game, which is single elimination. They drew the short straw. They got matched up against a majors team. And these guys, babe, they were all bigger than me and taller than me. And they were a really great team. But Cole's team, which is not a majors team, I mean, they're a really good team, but they're not like the highest level. They took this team into a tie, into extra innings, could have won the game.
See?
But they gave up Cole's team gave up a 2-run hit in like the second extra inning or third extra inning, and they only lost by 2 runs.
But still, I mean, it's like you said, it's a moral victory.
Yeah.
Now, on Sunday, with all this rain coming down, I started getting a headache. And it wasn't, I would not put it on the scale of a migraine. I will not insult migraine sufferers by comparing it to a migraine. But it was really severe, and it was on the right side of my head.
Can I ask a clarifying question? Was the pain worse or less than when it's a nice, beautiful spring day and I just want to roll down the windows in the car?
It was more severe than that.
Okay.
Way more severe.
Okay.
It was my right side of my head, temple, jaw, teeth,
Good
neck.
grief, Evans.
I was in a tremendous amount of pain.
Maybe we should just lopped your head off.
I went and I reclined the driver's seat in my car and put my hat over my face and tried to I thought I was going to throw up. I was hurting so bad.
So you pulled a Randy Travis, huh? Were
I
you in a
was so
church parking
sick.
lot?
No, I was in the baseball parking lot.
Oh.
Because we had like a 3-hour break between games. And
Right.
yeah. So Dylan went and played with the kids, and it was fine. I wasn't neglecting him. He was cared for. But I went to the car. I was so sick. And I came home. You saw me. I was so sick.
You didn't look well.
And I guess it was sinuses. I don't know what's going on, but ever since then I've had like a touch of vertigo, and it's just the awful thing. And then
Ailment?
Yeah, it's an ailment. So then all I want to do on Monday is come home and just sleep because I'm exhausted from that massive headache. Now I'm suffering from vertigo. But guess what?
What?
Emma Kelly's sick.
Yeah.
She's
cannot
she's
been
swallow.
under the weather. Yeah.
She's in a tremendous amount of pain. She can't eat or drink anything. I'm afraid she's going to get dehydrated. Ended up having to take her to, and of course, my nap's out the window, but that's okay. I'm a mom. I take her to the urgent care, and they're like, they tested her for all these things. They're like, when it doesn't show up as anything, they say it's a virus.
Common cold?
A virus. No, it was bad.
It was a virus?
Yeah, a virus.
What kind of virus?
I don't know. They just said it's a virus going around. The test they ran came back negative. Why are you so cynical? And
it's not that one from overseas, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why are you acting like that?
Like what?
She couldn't swallow. It was bad. So
you never know what the
gave her-
doctors are going to say
They gave her
nowadays.
medicines. All you can do is treat the symptoms. So we did all that. Got the doctor's excuse to keep her out of school, and she had a really big turnaround with the medicines really helped the next day, which was great because we didn't want her to call in sick for her first day of training on her new job.
That wouldn't have been good.
Would not have been
the very
good.
first thing they ask you to do and you call in sick, it's not a good look.
Yeah. By 5 p.m., which was when her training began, she was feeling great. Well, not great, but she was well enough and able to go in.
Well enough to do training.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
everything's good.
I just went in there and asked her if I could have a loan.
What'd
So
she
I
say?
said, "What's up, Big Money?" That's my new nickname for Emma Kelly's Big Money.
What'd she say?
She said, "I've only made $40 so far."
Oh, she knows how much she made?
I said, "That's awesome.
Because
That is great."
Every time I ask her, how much you getting paid? She says, I don't know.
She
So
said,
you don't know how much you're getting paid per hour? I don't know.
I said, "You need to keep the very first dollar you ever made on your first job and keep it in a safe place. That'd be fun to look at someday. The very first dollar you made."
Well, I don't know. I didn't do that. How do you keep your first dollar when it's in a check?
It's like a ceremonial thing.
Oh, a ceremonial dollar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not literally your first dollar.
I mean, you could go to the bank and say, "I'd
Well,
like to withdraw $1."
Or you
and
could do a direct deposit with a check and then frame the check.
You could.
First check you've ever made, right?
You could.
Like
could
one
do
of
that
those,
as well.
not direct deposit, one of those take a picture and.
Mobile banking.
Mobile banking is the word I was looking for.
Um.
But I also really quickly before we do this, before I got sick on Sunday, the night before, I went to a surprise birthday party for a friend of ours, David and Melissa Heck.
Yeah.
It's David's, they're podcast family members that we met on our very first family vacation.
And we've said this before, and they know this, and they also say this about themselves. Very short in stature.
Yeah, they are. They're tiny people.
And Melissa's the one that says, "I'm a big. Here comes big. Here comes big Chiclet Allen. He's got big teeth, and he's Kelly Raspberry's husband." She said, "That's me."
Yeah, that's you. So
why is that me?
Well, what? You don't hear it?
But that's not what I sound like, is
Yeah,
it?
it's like it's like she's here imitating you in the room. It's like crazy. But anyway, so we did that on Saturday night, which was really fun. We went to, it ended up being fun. Melissa was, I told her, look, if I was hostessing this thing, I'd be just as upset as she was because the plan was to go to this winery where she rented this fire pit so we could do s'mores and we were going to watch an Aerosmith tribute band. But we get there and the fire marshal, because it was so windy and freezing, said no fire, couldn't do the s'mores and sit around a fire to warm ourselves.
Like a cold front moved through that night.
So cold.
Really cold and windy.
Then it starts pouring rain.
Oh.
And she's just like, this is the worst. And I just wanted it to be a good birthday. I was like, girl, I get you. It is, but we're going to make the best of it. And we ended up having a good time. But
yeah.
So we've had a lot of adventures since our last podcast.
I was still in baseball when you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed out.
I did miss out. I wanted to go, but I had to get cold where he was going.
There will be more opportunities. Apparently this winery has lots of tribute bands that pass through.
I like tribute bands.
They're fun,
yeah.
Especially when they take it very seriously. Mm-hmm. And this man embodied Steven Tyler.
Did he have scarves?
He did not do the scarves. But
well, how can you be Steven Tyler without scarves?
He had a fedora and he had a leopard print coat.
Okay, you got to have a slouchy hat. You got to have scarves. You got to have scarves on the microphone stand.
Yeah,
there's got to be.
He stopped short of that, I believe.
There's got to be velour.
It could have been a rain situation that was preventing that.
Or velvet. There's got to be velour or velvet.
But hey, we'll do it again.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of back to the duties before you do this. I wanted to read this letter, but I can pretty much paraphrase it. One of our listeners sent in a letter, and she listened to the podcast we did with the duties, and she said, basically she said, Alan, I'm so proud of you with the amount of times that the word semen was said on that podcast. You didn't giggle. You didn't laugh. She said, I only heard you sniff one time. She said, you were pretty serious in that podcast. She said, I commend you. So tell Kelly that this deserves you being able to at least whistle talk on a podcast.
Why does that have to be your reward to make me suffer?
I'm just telling you what she said.
Because that truly hurts my ear holes.
I'm just telling you what she said. Oh, and random here. I saw an interview with Elon Musk the other day, and he talked for a long, long time, and I listened to what he was saying, and I really, was watching him and his mannerisms. Elon Musk he's fascinating. He's so smart and so interesting and funny, and I just really enjoyed the interview. He is a whistle talker.
Yeah.
He
and his
is a whistle.
It's like paralyzed a little bit.
It doesn't move. But he and I can't do the impression, but he whistle talks. He does. So listen to Elon Musk. If you ever get a chance to listen to him talk, he's a big whistle talker.
Don't do that.
Anyway, random thing there.
Very random thing.
Yes.
All right. So really quickly, we're about to make a very important, potentially life-changing phone call. But first, have you ever wondered, why does laundry detergent come in these massive plastic jugs?
I have. I've wondered that.
They're so massive. They're so heavy.
They're
and
huge.
messy.
Yeah.
Our laundry shelf was so messy with, you put the cap back on and all that stuff. The goo slides down the side of the bottle.
Why can't you get an anti-drip spout?
You can't, apparently. And 91% of these inconvenient, awkward, heavy, messy jugs, they just end up in landfills and oceans, which harm our planet and our marine life. There has to be a better way, right?
I don't want to be hurting marine life.
Why isn't there a better way? Well, there is. You can't stop doing laundry, but you can do it better if you switch to Earth Breeze.
Earth Breeze?
Yes. We just switched to Earth Breeze laundry detergent Echo Sheets. Now, these look like dryer sheets, but they are not dryer sheets. This is a revolutionary liquidless laundry detergent. It dissolves 100% in any wash cycle, whether it's hot or cold. There's no measuring, no mess. No heavy plastic, messy jugs.
Love that.
Just toss the sheet in on top of your laundry, and that's it. It just dissolves. And those pods you throw in there, and sometimes they don't dissolve all the way.
Yeah.
And you've got that goo stuff stuck to your clothes. You don't get that with Earth Breeze. So they took the whole concept of detergent and just made it better. The packaging, super lightweight, biodegradable, plastic-free. If you have sensitive skin, don't worry about that, because Earth Breeze Echo Sheets are hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested. They're compatible with high efficiency washers, gray water systems. They're septic safe. Earth Breeze offers flexible subscriptions. You can adjust, pause, or cancel anytime you want without any contracts or fees, delivered right to your door through free carbon neutral shipping. And you can have it delivered as frequently as you want. Some people have big families. You need more than the rest of us do. And that's really great because it works with your lifestyle. I love it because our clothes are coming out clean. They're fresh. No mess, no goo. I'm really sold on Earth Breeze. I'm glad I gave them a try. And if you don't want to take our word for it, try it for yourself. They've got a risk-free 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like it, Earth Breeze will give you a full refund, no questions asked, no return necessary.
So switch from the old-fashioned goo to something new. Right now, our listeners can subscribe to Earth Breeze and save 40%. Go to earthbreeze.com/sandwich to get started. That's earthbreeze.com/sandwich for 40% off. earthbreeze.com/sandwich.
Thank you, Earth Breeze.
Nobody wants any of that old-fashioned goo.
No, it's such a mess. I hate it. All right, so you ready to do this?
What are we going to do?
We're going to make a phone call right now. We've got a lot of letters that were submitted for Maybe Baby 5.0.
Oh, yeah.
Through all of those submissions, those were whittled down and whittled down and whittled down again.
Whittled.
And it's really a hard decision to make. I want everyone to know we don't make this decision lightly. The doctors that go through it and us, we have a say in it as well. But the story that we chose resonated with my spirit very much.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to call the people now and let them know that they're going to get an effortless IVF cycle. And of course, they don't know that's why we're calling.
No,
we're going to surprise them.
And once again, I know we say this a lot, and it sounds cliche, but I'm telling you, every one of these stories is, really, a lot of them are sad, gut-wrenching, hard to read. People go through a lot.
Yeah,
in
and you
this
don't
journey.
know because people don't usually talk about it.
Right.
And it could be your friends, your even family members who are going through the struggle silently, and it's tough.
Yeah. So to hear people, kind of pour out their soul there in 100 words, you read them and you're like, man, I just wish we could do something for everybody. The Doody said they can, and we'll talk about that here in a second.
Okay.
But we're going to make a phone call to a special person, and
let's do it now.
Let's do it. Okay, here we go. We're going to make a phone call here and see who we have on the line.
Ooh, you're a good engineer. I can hear the phone ringing in my earbuds.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, is this Elise?
This is Elise.
Hey, Elise, this is Alan Evans.
Hi, Alan. How are you?
Good, how are you? And I also have my wife, Kelly, here.
Hey.
Hi, Kelly. I listen to you every day. I feel like I know you already.
Oh, thank you. I love your name, Elise. That's the middle name of my niece, Landry Elise.
Aw, well, you know what? We obviously have a lot in common then because Emma Kelly and I have the same birthday. So
how about that?
I know. So October 19th, I'm always like Emma Kelly today.
Oh, that's so great.
So, Elise, I texted you a little while back. I said I had a couple of questions to ask you. Is that okay if we kind of go through those? So we received your submission for Maybe Baby 5.0, and it sounds like you do listen to the podcast.
I did. And then honestly, it's been kind of a crazy year for me as far as fertility stuff has gone. I've kind of fallen off a lot of stuff. And I obviously still follow Kelly on Instagram, and I happen to see the post. So that's kind of what brought me there.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
Very good. Very good. Who do you like better, me or Kelly?
Oh my gosh, Alan.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's an easy Kelly. Like, I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings.
Good. Neither am I. Neither am I, Elise. Just stomp on those feelings.
I've been listening to her for too long. I can't pick you, Alan. I'm sorry.
So funny.
When would you say? Like 1852, maybe? Or?
Oh my gosh. Well, so I moved to Texas actually in 2007. Mm-hmm. And as we moved here, I mean, it was me and my siblings, and we obviously didn't know anyone. So on the way to school, we would listen to the Kid Craddock morning show.
That's awesome.
So I feel like I know. So Kelly, you've been part of our lives for a very long time.
That's so sweet. Thank you. And you said you're married to your 5th grade boyfriend?
I am. He's actually sitting right here on the couch with me right now, and he's listening.
What's his name?
His name is Zach.
Zach. So 5th grade, you knew he was the one.
Well, we had a hiatus in the middle. It was like a 12-year not seeing each other, and then we actually reconnected. I sent him a DM after a few margaritas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and that's how we're here right now. So yeah, we've been married a little over 3 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good for you. Well, at least that's all the questions I had. Those weren't very hard,
they
were
were very in-depth.
No, they weren't that hard.
Okay. Well, that's all we had, unless you have something, Kelly.
No, I do, actually. Elise, listen, we got so many letters for Maybe Baby 5.0, and they were whittled down, and it's so hard to choose one to be the recipient of this effortless IVF. But your letter resonated so much with me, and it's because, well, I'm going to read the letter. But it's like when you're trying to get pregnant and you're struggling to get pregnant and everybody around you is getting pregnant but you. It's like it just hits you in the gut every time. And that's what really resonated with me. So real quickly, if you don't mind, I'm going to read your letter.
Sure.
It says, my sister-in-law had her first baby. My sister announced her first pregnancy, and I had my first miscarriage, all in the same month. I married my 5th grade boyfriend in 2019. We've been trying to conceive for 2 years. In that time, my brother met his wife, got married, had his first child in February. My sister also met her husband, got married, just announced her pregnancy. My husband and I have been married over 3 years. We've watched both of my siblings find their future spouses, get pregnant, no issues. It's been an incredibly rough year, and we continue to pray for the day to come when we also get to grow our family. This opportunity would be such a blessing in our journey to hopefully grow our family. And Elise, this is your opportunity because you have just received a free cycle of effortless IVF from Doctors Kevin and Kathy Doody.
Oh my gosh, Kelly. Now, can I ask you some questions if you don't mind?
Yes, you can.
So this has been, honestly, so I was just, when I saw this, I was desperate, right? I was like, is this my sign? Is this God telling me like, this is what you should do? And I actually didn't tell my husband I was doing this. I was filling it out. And so actually when Alan texted me tonight, I kind of had to explain everything to him. And I said, this is what I did. I didn't think in a million years like this would be an opportunity for us. And I mean, so honestly, we've done a few rounds of not IVF or anything, just medications,
everything
fertility-wise.
Right.
Not even there. Like it's we've done just like some injections, like medicine like that. And I actually had a surgery back in September to remove some cysts.
Same. I had to go through that.
Yeah. So, it's been, and then obviously in February, like I got some bad news and then, that didn't work out. So my body's kind of been recovering. We haven't been able to, try as much as we would have liked. And the whole talk of IVF has really almost been like not on the table for us. I'm Catholic and it's one of those religious things. And I've kind of gotten to the point of desperation where I said, well, I'm seeing this on Instagram. Like, what are the odds they pick me? And, it's kind of all hitting very quickly. So I guess, Kelly, my question for you would be, I know religion is and faith is a big part of your life. How did you choose to ultimately do IVF, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I was, like you said in your letter, I felt so broken and I just knew my heart's desire was to have a baby. And, I'm looking around at everybody else. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why am I broken? And my best friend got pregnant and I wanted to be happy for her, but a part of me was kind of angry and sad. It's like, why is that not me?
Right.
And, I went through everything else. I did the IUIs. I tried to do everything with the Clomid and all that. And my marriage was in jeopardy. I filed for divorce because going through infertility puts so much strain on a marriage. And it was really, it was just so stressful and it was causing a lot of tension. And I finally decided, well, I'd rather save my marriage than do this. But anyway, he came around and said, let's try one more time. And somebody suggested I go to Dr. Doody and for the in vitro fertilization. I think at that point I was so desperate. I didn't even focus that much on I didn't do a deep dive into what are my religious beliefs. What am I supposed to believe? But see, here's the thing. It's like, what we're told to believe is one thing and what we actually believe is another, right? So, I grew up Baptist, you grew up Catholic, and we're all taught, we're both taught, about the same Jesus, but we come to him in different ways.
Sure.
And I feel like Emma Kelly was meant for me. And how I got to her, it just, God made this possible. The technology is possible. It's there. So I looked at it that way.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't see I know a lot of people do have religious problems with it. Like what's meant to be, God's going to let happen naturally. Obviously, God didn't want you to be a parent. I was like, but I can't accept that. I can't accept that God didn't want me to have my heart's desire. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So, I can't tell somebody what's right or wrong with their faith, but I talk to my parents about it, because I look at them as being much more strong religiously than I am. And they encouraged me to do it. I didn't go to my pastor or anything like that, but the people around, nobody was discouraging me for doing it or telling me God doesn't like this. I didn't have any of that going on. I hope you don't.
But you know what? Just my 2 cents. God gave you the ability to choose to go through that and do that. And is creating a life in the end, is that a bad thing?
Right.
Right. Yeah. And these are questions that my husband and I mean, we've had some very difficult conversations about this because it's a big deal. And,
sure.
It's like I have so desperately, for as long as I can remember, I wanted to be a mother. Honestly, I've kind of put my career on hold just because I've been focusing so much on this, and it's like killing me inside that it hasn't happened yet.
It's consuming.
Right. And I have, my mom is very devout in her faith, and I don't think she would ever, be upset. She may, I don't know. I think I'm worrying too much about what other people would think.
That's it. That's it. Because you're the one that has to be, sleep with this decision that you make, not them. And I will tell you, a lot of people have, there is the possibility you have multiple embryos, right? And so a lot of people are like, well, I've got all these embryos. I don't necessarily want to have, 8 children or whatever. There's the opportunity for people to donate their embryos to a couple that can't even produce embryos, So there's an opportunity for that. But you can talk over all those options with the Doodys.
Right.
And you just come in with your list of questions. There's nothing they haven't been asked.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll put your mind at ease.
Yeah, I'm looking at my husband right now, and we've been so torn on this, and you can speak. It's okay. I know he's afraid to talk.
No, that's okay.
That's all right. My man Zach. It's okay.
I know. I think it kind of happened so fast, and we're like, wow, what do we even do, right?
Well,
I know.
I was unaware of this until about 30 minutes ago, so
haven't had a chance to process it. Well, let me tell you what we can do, Elise. Why don't you do this? Now that your husband knows what's going on, why don't y'all discuss it? Maybe go ahead and talk to the Doodys.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ultimately decide, you know what, I think we want to table this for a while, maybe for whatever reason, and you decide this is not the time to do it, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
And then perhaps we could, choose another letter. But I want you to feel good about this and not have I don't want you to have any conflict about it. And I'm really happy you shared this, because this is a big deal, and I want you to wholeheartedly say, this is right for me and my family.
Absolutely.
And I want you to, but I don't want you to force you to take it if it's going to cause conflict.
Right. And my biggest, I reread your Instagram post. I'm like, oh no, they're announcing the winner tomorrow. Like, I don't want to ruin this for them if I don't know what I want to do.
No, this is a big decision.
Nothing is ruined, Elise. This is your decision. There's no pressure from us.
Yeah. And I appreciate you both so much. I mean, really, my heart wants this so badly.
I know.
And I think I'd feel better. Ultimately my mom's not going to make my conversation or my decision, but I think I need to have a conversation with her and maybe just talk about this with her. I feel like God made me see this for a reason, and you guys chose me for a reason. I believe in that stuff, and really, all of me is leaning into this. I'm looking at my husband. We both have tears in our eyes right now.
I know. It's really hard, Elise, because, the Bible, God-inspired word of God to me, but it was written so long ago. So we have to take the teachings from that Bible and then apply them to issues that would never in a million years they dreamed about these issues, So we have to interpret what we think God is telling us in the scriptures, right?
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
I mean, and people can interpret the same verse of the Bible 50 different ways. We don't have, so it's something that has to ring true with you and your beliefs. So why don't we just, as of now, you are still the recipient. Just because you're wavering a little bit, we don't want to take this away from you.
Yeah.
Talk to your husband about it. Let us know what you decide. And we'll either move forward or we'll go back and we'll pick someone else. And don't stress about it. I want you to
don't stress about it.
And
I know that's hard. That's easy for us to say, but
no rush. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if I can just talk to him about it.
Absolutely.
Because obviously I kind of screwed up and I told him briefly, but I didn't really tell him all the details. I was thinking there's no way that this would happen. But now we're here. Now I'm upset that I didn't explain it.
Well, this is the first time this has ever happened. You threw up.
Is it?
This is the first time we've ever had this
we've
happen.
Had somebody else say that.
It like hesitated?
No. Oh, that hesitated. No, that said that they didn't tell their husband. And then...
Oh, no. I meant hesitated with,
Yeah.
But, right. So I want you to feel good about it, Elise. So,
now, is this something, now, have you guys done this in the past? Is this something this is not the first time?
This is the 5th time.
Oh, well, that makes sense for the 5.0.
Yeah.
So I missed that. Wow. So is it every year?
It pretty much has
pretty
been.
much. We skipped 2020, I think.
Yeah, because of COVID.
Yeah.
But we have some successful little sandwiches, some loving babies running around because of the Doodies.
Wow.
We're still waiting for one to be named Allen, but maybe someday.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, Alan, let me tell you, if I have a good conversation and can feel good about this, there's a chance.
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. Yeah.
My gosh. Yeah. Well, I appreciate. I don't want to keep you, Kelly. I know you wake up at the crack of dawn.
That's fine. Listen, you have your conversation with your husband, with the Doodies. Get to where you feel good about it, and let us know what you decide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Alan, I can give you a text tomorrow and let you know, but if I can talk to him tonight and maybe give my mom a call.
Listen, there's no rush. There's absolutely no rush. Take the time that you need, really.
Okay.
Thank
you.
There's no pressure and no rush from us.
No,
at all,
I know, and I'm sorry for throwing a wrench in the plans.
No, there's
right now.
no. Don't say that. There's no wrench. Everybody's different, and this is up to you and your husband and your family. It's not up to us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, let me have a conversation with him.
Sure.
Let me dive deep into some things, and I definitely not going to delay my response with you. I will give you a yes or no tomorrow morning. I'm pretty. This is killing me that I don't have an answer right now.
Elise, it's fine.
It's
fine. How many times do we enter something and think there's no chance we're going to win, and you do. So we understand.
Yeah,
that. It's fine.
Yeah, right. I know this is probably the only time where I'd be like, well, I don't know. Every other contest I've lost, I'm like, are you kidding? So, yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I'm going to have a conversation. And Alan, is it okay if I send you a text?
Yeah.
Once I've kind of figured out what we're thinking
and don't
of doing.
feel like you need to do this
fine.
within 24 hours. Take some time to sit with it. You'll be fine. If you want to call the Doodies and make an appointment just to find out exactly what's happening here and see if that makes you feel any better, that's fine too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys. I mean, this really means so much, and hearing that letter again just really brought back all the emotions, and it's kind of telling me what I deep down want to do, and hopefully after a conversation I'll have some good news and I can let you guys know.
All right.
Sounds
honey.
good.
Well, thank you so much, Elise. And
thanks, Elise.
Whatever decision you come to, we fully support you.
Yep.
Well, thank you both. That means a lot, and I appreciate both of you so much.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Take care.
Good night, Zach.
Bye, Zach.
Zach, I'm not sleeping a wink tonight. What are you talking about?
My man's got some questions. He'll get them answered.
I know. We're going to have a talk right now. But
all right.
You guys have a good night, and
all
thank
right.
you so much again.
You too.
Right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was a first, huh? I know a lot of people listening like, oh my gosh, she doesn't even want it. It's not that she doesn't want it. But
no, that's a lot to absorb.
That's a lot because, like I said, how many times we don't really expect, they're never going to pick me. And she didn't really, just didn't tell her husband. And that's fine. We've had other women that have won.
I swear we've had another that said, I didn't tell my husband.
Because they didn't want to get their hopes up and stuff.
Right.
But we'd never had somebody say, tap the brakes a little bit. I didn't really think I was going to win. And I do get the religious conflict with that, Alan. I know for a lot of people, they don't. But for me, I just got to a place where I was good with it. I was at peace with it. Religiously, spiritually, whatever, mentally.
Everybody's different. Everyone
different.
has their own beliefs. I guess my little 2 cents is this technology, what humans have invented, what doctors are able to do, they can help you create a life that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Some people don't think that's right, and others think it's the best thing ever. Here's
the thing, it's like God created our bodies, and it was really interesting many years ago. I never really thought about it. Back in the old days, the girls, young girls were married off. No, like in the old. Hundreds of years ago, young girls were married off 14, 15 years old.
Whoa.
They were. My grandmother got married at 15.
Whoa.
why are you woeing? That's the way life was. And one of our college and career minister talked one day about, how young people, they're always punished and, sex is bad and things like that. But he said, there's a reason that girls start menstruating at, these 13, 14 years old, because that's when they're able to produce babies. Once you start menstruating, you're able to produce babies.
I'm familiar.
Yeah. But society rules have changed, right? And this is what he was explaining.
Yeah, because people live longer too.
People live longer. Yeah. Right back then, you weren't even promised to make it to 30.
Right. You're in your 50s. You're old.
So things have changed, just over generations after generations. And it wasn't that many generations ago when my 15-year-old grandmother, that wasn't a big deal to get married at that age. So, and we put off as women, we want to have careers. And unfortunately, our childbearing, years, the chances dwindle as we get older. And when you're finally at a place, you're like, okay, I'm financially secure. I'm in a good relationship. I'm ready to do this. Has the ship sailed?
Yeah.
Does that mean motherhood was never meant for me? And so our bodies are there's a reason our bodies are able to produce babies when we're younger, because we were meant to have babies when we were younger, but society changed.
You're exactly right, babe.
But God didn't change.
And not to make this too deep, but if you look and you follow like the population of different countries, they're dwindling. People are not having children until later, or they're not having as many children
because they're waiting.
Right. So you look at what's happening in Japan and China, and even in the U.S., the sizes of families are smaller.
People look at you sideways if you have more than two.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Everyone's getting older. It's exactly what you just said. Things have changed, and the pressures on women have changed, and the way men look at being the head of a family, I think, has changed some for some men. So a lot of societal things have changed.
Right.
I guess that's kind of what you just said, but yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
So, but we don't want to talk anybody into, just because I believe that doesn't mean you have to believe that. So, that's the freedom of, free will, free choice,
right.
Beliefs, whatever. But listen, here's the thing. We will let everybody know what Elise decides, because I know a lot of people are listening that entered the Maybe Baby 5.0. We'll get the firm decision on that. But in the meantime, if your name was not called, we have something very special that Doctors Kevin and Kathy Doody of Care Fertility are offering.
I just talked to Dr. Kathy tonight, and she knows how difficult it is, for everybody. Her and Kevin do this, Dr. Kevin do this for a living. They know how difficult this is. We know how difficult it is just by reading the letters. But the doctors are generously offering for everybody who entered the Maybe Baby 5.0 a free AMH, which she said is an egg count test and a blood test. She's offering that free test at their practice, and then a free follow-up with your test results with the Doody's physician assistant.
Right. And that egg count's very important, because in my case, I found out pretty much I was not producing eggs, which was shocking, but that meant naturally it was never going to happen for me. I had to have some assistance, some, injections to produce enough eggs, and then, create a little embryo.
Yeah. So Dr. Kathy was explaining, this is kind of like the first step. If you just kind of need some direction and some hope, perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd be happy to do that. A couple of ways you can get that started. You can go to embryo.net and then click on the Call Us button and call one of the Doody's offices there, maybe the one closest to you. They have a couple of offices, I think.
Yeah.
And
Fort Worth and I want to say Bedford. Yeah.
So yeah, just mention that you submitted a story to Maybe Baby 5.0. You listen to the podcast, and then slip in a little yogurt.
Well, yogurt is optional, Alan.
Yeah, yogurt is optional.
Yogurt is optional.
You might confuse them, actually, if you said yogurt. But they would know the
That would make Alan giggle.
Yes.
They might not know what you're talking about.
You could just do it real quietly, like yogurt. Say, I submitted to Maybe Baby. I'm a listener to the podcast, and yogurt. And I was wondering about the AMH
scheduling.
test.
Yeah.
Scheduling. Yeah.
If you can't remember the language, they'll be expecting your call.
Yeah, they'll be expecting your call.
So hopefully that gives some people some hope, something to look forward to.
I hope so.
You know, we've had other people who have entered past maybe babies and didn't get chosen, but they did take advantage of this offer from the Doodys, and they've gone on
and
to have successful pregnancies.
Gotten pregnant, yeah.
So you know, it's not just because you didn't get chosen this time. Well, depending on what Elise decides, you might not have missed out on the opportunity. We'll let you know as soon as we hear from Elise. But I completely understand. You know, it's not exactly what we expected to happen during this podcast, but hey, that's okay.
Hey, we don't plan things. We just do them.
We are flying by the seat of our pants.
Oh, that's what we've done the last however long we've done this Mickey Mouse operation.
Alan, we started this in May or June of 2016.
I thought it was right before we got married.
I mean, May or June of 2017.
17, yeah.
I meant May or June of 2017.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on, that would be 6-year anniversary of doing this. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Kelly, you and Allen need to do a podcast.
Right.
I'm like, George, what's a podcast? Yeah. What are you talking about, J-Hole? You just hit record.
Whatever you want.
You got to sit on the living room floor and hit record. Amen.
And listen, we do have an opportunity. We've made some wonderful friends through the podcast, which has been the biggest blessing of doing this. But we've got our upcoming podcast family vacation coming up in July. If you want details on that, go to kellieandallen.com, KELLIE and ALLEN.com/vacation. And you can get some details on that. We're going back to the Valentin Imperial in Cancun, all adult, all inclusive. Hey, you know what? If you've gone in the past, I've talked to some people, they're like, whew, prices went up a little bit. That is the way it is. Across the board. Airfare's up, hotel, groceries are up. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just more expensive this year than it has been in the past, but it is what it is. So, we love it if you've been wanting to go on vacation with us. This is your chance.
A couple of years ago, I wore a flesh-colored Speedo that said cocky on the front and show stealer on the back. Fast forward 2 years later, I'm going to be wearing Bucky trunks.
Bucky trunks.
Bucky
you don't
trunks.
Want to miss that.
Bright red with Bucky trunks with Bucky the Beaver on them.
Who wants to miss that? Nobody.
Not me.
All right, kellieandallen.com/vacation.
Yes.
Thank y'all for being with us for this very interesting podcast.
This has been one unlike any other.
Unlike.
But I like it when they're different.
Yeah.
I like it when they're different.
Threw us for a little loop there.
Yeah, but that's okay. And, you know, Elise may be listening, Zach may be listening. That's okay. It's
nothing but love.
It is okay to talk to your family about anything, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And be sure that you're making the right decision for you and your family.
That's right.
All right, babe. Well, you got anything else?
No.
All right.
I'm going to go take some more medicine. Still not 100% recovered.
Okay.
It's been a hard week, Alan.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Oh, yeah, clap.
Leave me alone.
All
Don't
right.
touch me. Just let me go to bed.
Come on.
Nothing.
Little big spoon on the back. Kind of little.
Just leave me.
It's like, what about maybe baby 6.0?
No, let me sleep.
Oh, okay. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love the Doodys desperately.
Love you, Dr. Kevin and Kathy Doody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Care
doctors.
Fertility.
Carefertility.net, embryo.net. And thank you, Zach and Elise. We love you desperately. You guys will be waiting to hear back from you. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.